How's it going, folks? I'm Ned from Ned's Tacbus, otherwise known as a friendly neighborhood basement dweller. Don't worry, ma'am, I am from the internet, and the chickens have come home to roost for the progressives, the individuals who jumped online and have used it, basically weaponized it to take people's jobs and whatnot. So the Charlie Kirk situation. There are a lot of people losing their jobs because they are posting online the kind of stuff that they feel about Charlie Kirk. If you don't know, Charlie Kirk was this righty who was assassinated by. I don't think we're going to get an honest depiction of the individual who assassinated him because though he came from a manga family, he was with a his boyfriend slash girlfriend. I don't have the information on that. Is trans. So I don't think we're going to get any information about who that individual was like. Just like when it came to the individual who shot Donald Trump, there's no clear answer for if he is right or left. In fact, maybe we're leaving that blurry so that we don't have a little bit of a civil war or something like that. But one thing I do absolutely want to point out is that many people on the left are losing their jobs for celebrating Mr. Kirk's death, which is absolutely unconscionable. You shouldn't be doing that kind of stuff. Now, I'm not sure if it's the kind of stuff you should be losing your job for, but it was definitely the left that jumped onto these social media scenes really quickly and decided that they were going to post. And these folks jumping on social media were the ones to weaponizing basically doxing, a form of doxing, cancel dox, where you could find the individual, figure out where he works, and then call them to their work and say, hey, this individual is doing this, this, and this. I don't think they represent your company. You should fire them. And they, in your work, can fire you for the things that you do online. They absolutely can. People have tried to get me fired for stuff that I've said online before, too. That's why I'm very careful about what I say. I've had an argument about housing prices with boomers, basically. And I got far enough to say, hey, what's your phone number? Can we talk about this individually? And that really got them worried. That really got them worried. At the same time, I think there's a lot of people in my position and a lot of young people who are having a very difficult time finding housing in the West, in developed nations these days, because the boomers, the people from the baby boom era, seem to have everything. Anyways, I'm getting a bit far from what I originally want to talk about. The individuals on the left, which invented this whole doxing thing and getting people fired thing. Well, maybe it wasn't them that invented them, but it was them that used it and weaponized it as much as they have. And now they are feeling the effects of it. Everybody understands that you can do these things. And since everyone now is more a part of the internet and the lefties or the righties know how this stuff is done, they jumped on it. The lefties thought they were safe. The lefties thought that their safe place was the internet, that they wouldn't get taken down, that nothing bad would happen. Unfortunately, that's not how she goes. Sometimes she goes, sometimes she don't go. She didn't go. That's how she goes. You gotta be real careful about what you say online these days. Computers never lie, kid. And a lot of people are losing it. They're absolutely losing it. Like I said, the left had a safe place. LGBTQ, all of this stuff came from the internet. If it wasn't for the internet, the Me Too movement wouldn't have been a thing. The LGBTQ wouldn't be a thing. And though I am a member of the LGBTQ, we have certain issues within the group. Like, for example, since I'm bisexual, I shouldn't ever say that I speak for all bisexuals. But there's so many people that are in conversations that act like they're the be all and end all and they know everything, and they themselves have the voice and they're connected to a hive mind of LGBTQ individuals, when there's a whole bunch of LGBTQ individuals on both sides of the aisle, on the left and the right. And you find I'm of the idea that you need to screen your drag queens before you take the kids to drag queen story time. I'm also of the opinion that you need to screen all immigrants before they come in. I've I almost lost a girlfriend by saying that. She you win. You win. Okay. All right, I won. So what do you win? You get to win a day or two of not talking to your girlfriend, right? That's just how it goes. But yeah, you got to be real careful about what you say online. At the same time, when things are getting so bad, if you don't say anything, you're also guilty of it. Like, if there's a group of murderers going around, you don't do anything about it, you're partially guilty for what goes on. And Child Protective Services will tell you that pretty quickly. And when it comes to the law, when it comes to crime, organized crime, if you know it and you don't say anything about it, you're partially guilty of it. But yeah, Charlie Kirk, this is a an interesting time in internet history. The internet is directly associated with history because social everything goes through the internet. Everyone's connecting. The internet's bringing us together. It's sewing us together so well, so quickly that we're becoming new people. We're becoming new groups. The hive mind is absolutely a thing, and the hive mind is basically a bunch of minds put together to create something better than it was, a complex system, and that is it's really interesting. But what's really interesting is people on the left who basically took it over are getting hurt by it now. And it's interesting. It's really interesting when you see what people really are, how they really are. And when people show you who they really are, believe them. Believe them. Anyways, that's it for me. Enough from Tech, but take care of each other, please.